Hey everybody, it's Shelly. Thanks for tuning in if you are live or replay. As you can tell, I still have a cold. I'm still eating cough drops like there's no tomorrow, as if that's what I would do if there was no tomorrow. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about the secret to more money. A lot of people think that the secret to more money is working harder and more hours, and that can work, but that is just struggle and strife, and there is easier ways to get the money that you want. And I have done it in the past, and I'm doing it now, and I will do it in the future. And it was like I always call it like a click moment, like someone flipped a switch for me where I was like, oh, okay. And actually, one of the people that I can kind of thank for this is Jake Ducey. If you don't follow him on YouTube, I do encourage it. He's kind of this hippie guy. He lives in Hawaii, and he's kind of loud but I just love what he says. The two things that always ring true to me when I'm thinking about attracting more money is I love money because it comes when I call, and money. What was the other one? I want to say money comes freely and easily, but I know that that's more Abraham. I love money because it comes when I call. Oh, if I remember the other one, I just listened to him. My head is kind of foggy right now. I have a sinus headache. So health is one of the things I need to work on today. And I'm going to be drinking lots of tea and taking lots of supplements and eating lots of garlic. So I'll just be a pleasure to be around as far as my breath is concerned. Anyways, back to money. So there are several things that I do on a daily basis to stay in line and stay in love with money. And one of those things is I always, or try to always, if I don't have it, I replace it quickly. But I always have money in my wallet. I always have cash money in my wallet. And for some of us, it could be $2. And for some of us, it could be $500. And I've had both. So what this does for your subconscious mind and how it starts to change the way you feel about money is it's there. Like, that $5 bill's in your wallet, or that $300 is sitting in your wallet. So when you're out in the world, or you're on the internet, or you see an ad for something, you're like, wow, I could afford that if I wanted to buy it. And so that starts to change your mindset. The I love money because it comes when I call is just so important to repeat, because so many of us have like this love-hate relationship with money. It's like we want money, but we're irritated and frustrated with it all the time. So I always go back to like thinking about that as like a friend or a relationship, in your life. Like if you had a person in your life and you were like, oh, you just frustrate me so much, but I want to be around you all the time and I want you in my life, but when I'm around other people, I need you to just sit over there. I don't want to talk about you. I'm not going to discuss you. It's like, taboo to talk about you as my friend, but, I still want to bring you to the party, but I don't really want anybody to know that you're there. And, so it's just like this total mixed emotion. Like eventually that friend would just be like, you know what? I got other things to do. Like I have friends that appreciate me and want to talk about me and want to introduce me to people and want to be proud of me. And so you think about that like money. Like, so many of us are like, oh, I want more money and I want to travel and I want freedom and I want my own business, or I want to be able to afford a really nice house and car, or I want to be able to afford college for my kids or for me. But then, we go throughout the day and we're like, oh, the car broke down again, or I got to take the dog to the vet, or these bills suck. And, I'm glad I paid rent because now I have a place to starve to death. I actually saw that on Facebook this morning and I'm just like, Why would you say that? I pay rent and then I'm like so happy. Like I have this beautiful house to live in. I have my own office with all my eBay and my computer set up. That's where I'm sitting. That's why you see this lovely mess behind me. my chaotic organization. This is actually organized. I have dresses, I have jewelry, and I have some coats over there. I know where everything is for the most part. Anyways, yeah, so just think about treating money better. So when you're out in the world, when you're writing that check or online paying that bill, be grateful. Be grateful that you have money to pay the light bill. And for the next month, you're going to be able to turn on a light switch and it's going to come on, and you're going to be able to crank up that thermostat in the wintertime and get warm, or you're going to be able to turn on your hair dryer and style your hair today. You're going to pay that water bill and that electric bill, and you're going to be able to take a hot shower today. Do you know how many people in this world don't get a hot shower every day? There's a lot. So simple things like that we just take for granted in our society, like be grateful for that. There are people that live in a room this size with, 10 other people all piled up on top of each other, and they're grateful for that because they have a roof over their head. Imagine how they would feel if they had a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath house with a yard and cars in the driveway and a garage to store things. Like, get grateful for everything that you're paying for and start being in love with money. Treat it good. When you treat the money that you have well and you're grateful and thankful for it, more comes in. And that kind of leads me into the whole thing of giving. Like, so many people are frustrated this time of year because so many people are asking for money. And I'm not saying give to everything. I don't give to tons of requests that I get, but I give when it feels good. And that's what I do. And the great thing about it is I learned from a book, and it's called I'm Rich Beyond My Wildest Dreams. I am, and it's by Tom and Penelope Polly. If you can get a hold of that book, it's awesome. That when you give or tithe, which are two different things, look it up, but when you give or tithe to something or someone, it comes back to you tenfold. So if you give $5 to that panhandler because it feels right to you in the moment, you just watch, you'll get $50 back. It might be somebody bought you dinner. It might be, a check came in the mail that you forgot about. It might be you get a bonus that week, or you get like a $50 coupon for something, but you watch, it'll come back to you. So to start taking notes of that, like give $1 and watch $10 come back to you. Pay for the guy's coffee behind you at Starbucks or Dutch Brothers and watch that, $80 or $100 come back to you, because coffees are expensive. That doesn't mean you can't go get them and treat yourself. It just means that when you do things like that, it comes back to you. So I hope you get some value out of this video. Money can be just as free as the air that we breathe, and it can be just as toxic as the air that we breathe if you allow it to. So be good to yourself. And I'm not saying air is toxic. I'm just saying that a lot of people go through life going, oh, the air I breathe is toxic. The water I drink is toxic. The food I eat is toxic. The money I have is toxic. And you watch those people and their whole life is toxic, and they just get to be such a drag to be around. I live in the Pacific Northwest. The air here is fresh. Sometimes it's not. There's forest fires. We've had ash fall out on our car and stuff. But it's like I didn't go through those days just going, oh my God, everything's so horrible. I can't breathe. No, I was glad to be in my house where the air was filtered by my, you know, air conditioning system at the time, and it was okay, and my kids were healthy and everything went great. Like, you just have to take each situation and decide how you're going to deal with it. Are you going to be devastated and frustrated and pissed off at the world, or are you going to look at it and go, wow, this is interesting. I'm going to deal with it the best way that I can. And that's one of the things that I'm really concentrating on this month in December, and I'm just going to turn it into a habit for the rest of my life, is what is the best thing I can do in this moment? What's the best thing I can feel? What's the best thing I can say? What's the best thing I can eat? What's the best action I can take? You know, who are the best people I can hang around? What are the best things I can do with my money? What are the best things I can do with my life? Like, just start putting that out there. And it's just amazing how your life will turn around for the better. Okay, I'm really going to go this time. Subscribe, hit the bell if you would like to know when I'm live or when I have a new video. And please give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And share it wherever you want to. I appreciate all of that. Have a great day. Bye-bye.